Hey everybody, this is Ryan, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Terraria! Yeah, Terraria! Alright, you can see I have a new sword. I built the Excalibur with my Soul of Might. The logic was, if I have a stronger sword, then I can kill the destroyer faster, and I can get more Soul of Mights, and yeah, that was the logic. I haven't actually fought him again yet, but that was what I did with it. Alright, so first thing I want to do in this episode is I want to give some tips out that John Crafton gave out. He always seems to have really good tips, so I wanted to share two things that he told me so I can tell you guys because, well, they're good tips and they need to be out there. So, first of all, I had mentioned in a previous episode that it was hard to get Soul of Night. Well, one really easy way to get it is just to summon the Eater of Worlds. That was the first boss. The first long worm boss before the new 1.1 patch. Well, apparently every segment of his body can drop a Soul of Night. So, you know, with the weapons you have now, you can kill him very quickly, very easily. You can farm, you know, a bunch of souls that way, and there you go. Lots of Soul of Nights. Also, when you have Angel Wings or the Demon Wings, you no longer need the Lucky Horseshoe. And that is because when you fall with the wings equipped, it automatically slows your fall enough so you don't take any fall damage. Which was kind of hard for me because, man, I loved that Lucky Horseshoe. That was one of my favorite items. I was always so excited to get it. But it is irrelevant now. It is a thing of the past. As long as you have Angel Wings or Demon Wings, you're good to go. So a big shout out to John Crafton. Thanks. Awesome tips. Appreciate it as always. Next, I want to cover wiring and traps. So this is kind of going to be a short episode. I always think they're going to be short episodes, and then they're not. But I plan on this being a short episode, and it's going to be kind of boring. I mean, and by that I mean there's not going to be any action. I'm not going to be fighting any huge crazy bosses or anything. Well, I probably shouldn't say that. I mean, there's going to be a ton of crazy, insane action, but you have to wait until the very, very end of the video to see it. Yeah, that's what it is. Really, all I want to do in this video is cover how wiring works, some traps, and a very brief look at what the wizard can do, the wizard NPC. All right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to find the mechanic. You need to free her. She will come into your house and she will live there. And then you can buy different things from her. You can buy wire cutters. You can buy wrenches, switches, levers. Let's see what else. Wires, of course, and pressure plates. And I'm pretty sure that's all she sells. I think. That's what I'm going to go with. Okay. So what you do is you can hook all this stuff up. So as you can see right here, I have a switch, I have a timer. You actually make timers. They involve the watches. The different, like you have a bronze watch, makes a 5-second timer. It's involved in making a 5-second timer. There's a few other ingredients. And then like a silver is a 3-second, gold is a 1 second. So what I have done, I have this little switch here and I have a timer. And I'm looking for my glow sticks. Okay. So then I come down here and I have all these water pumps set up. And so if I click on my wrench, it'll show you the wiring. You can see all these pumps are connected. They go up to the switch. The switch goes to the timer and then it goes up into the air. And what this allows me to do, well, I'll go ahead and show you up here real quick. You can see here I have the other pumps. These are outlet pumps. Down in below, down in the water, I have inlet pumps. Water goes in to the inlet pumps. It comes out of the outlet pump. Pretty obvious. Okay, so what this is going to do is when I flip this switch, every 1 second, it's going to perform the action again. So it's going to suck in more water and it's going to shoot out more water every second. If I didn't have this timer here, it would only work once. But I want you guys to notice something. Take a look at the water level right here. It doesn't quite come up to the grass. Okay, so I flip my switch, and oh, look at the waterfall! Yay! Hooray, waterfalls! That's so cool. Let this run for a second. Okay, and now I'm going to flip the switch again, and let's see where the water ends up. It's higher now. Have I mastered the elements and I can now create water? No, I'm pretty sure it's a bug. So no, I am not some crazy magician that can create water. The water pumps, they don't work properly. They create water. Yeah, it kind of needs to be fixed. It does not take very long at all for this to overflow, and then it will continue to overflow. This actually started maybe it went from like about here, and it was just like a little like V thing of water, and then I didn't realize what was going on, so I expanded it, and yeah. Anyway, so that's how the wire works. To place the wire, you have to use your wrench, and then you just like, oh look, I want some wire there. Well, now I don't want wire there. I use my wire cutter. I cut it. There you go. And it's when you're not on one of those things, you can't see it. Next thing, really briefly, is pressure plates. Look, it opens my door, and now it closed my door. Very simple. Got a pressure plate here. Got one here. Wiring connects it to the door. Pretty simple. NPCs can trigger that too. So if whoever, the guide's walking along, steps on the pressure plate, door is going to open, etc. Unfortunately, you can't put the pressure plate on this platform, which I have like kind of a little drawbridge thing here. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. That was kind of a bummer. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys is a very, very small gel farm. What I've done here is I have 2 slime statues, which I went out and found in the world, and I have 6 of these dart traps. You find these dart traps out in your world, and if you haven't seen any yet and you're kind of wondering where they are, well, did you create a new world after 1.1? Because all this stuff is randomly formed, just like pots. So you're not going to have any statues, you're not going to have any traps. You need to make a new world, then they should show up. Unfortunately, you can't make these little dart trap things. I was really surprised by that. It seems like you just need maybe some bones and some arrows and, throw in some iron or something in there if you want. But that should be all you need to make them. Unfortunately, you can't make them. You have to find them. You need your drill. They work like a block. So, yeah. So what I've done here is I have 6 on each side. I also, yeah, take that, bird. Who the hell do you think you are? Flying near me, trying to get away from the zombies. Okay, so it's a very small little enclosure here. You can see I have wiring, so it goes to all the traps. It goes to both the statues. I also have it on a 1-second timer. So I will click this, and I will stand underneath it, and I can just sit here and collect gel all day. This is not the most efficient gel farm you can do. I've seen there's a really good idea of using lava. You can find the YouTube video of it, I'm sure. It was posted on the Terraria website main page. And it uses lava because the way it works is when the slimes die, new ones come out. So the faster you can kill the slimes, the faster you get the gel. The faster more come out, the faster you get gel. Faster more come out, faster you get gel. You guys get it. And so yeah, and of course, the more slime statues you have, the more gel you're going to get. The reason gel's a big deal now is because of the flamethrower, and it uses gel very, very quickly. And so that's kind of it for the traps. There's different statues you find. Some statues don't do anything. The mob statues, I'm pretty sure all the mob statues, they release that type of mob. They don't drop money, they only drop the items. So you could do one with jellyfish, and you could have unlimited glow sticks. You guys get it. You guys are smart people. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so that is it for wiring and traps and all that stuff. You can do some other traps. You can use lava, so lava will come down on people and burn them. And yeah, people are so much more creative than me. They're gonna figure out cool stuff to do. Yeah, if you have any questions about it, just let me know. It's really not too bad once you get into it and you start playing around with it. So after that, we are now going to cover the magician. Hey guys, I wanted to talk about one more thing. You can see my doorway here. There's no door here. This is just stone. I can't get through it. But if I come over here and I go across my pressure plate, all of a sudden I can go through it. I go back to the other side, and now it's stone again. Now the way you do this is there's this thing called active blocks and inactive blocks. It's kind of confusing to just say it, but it really makes a lot of sense in the game. Active blocks, like this is an active block. It exists, it's there, I can't go through it. But an inactive block, it doesn't exist. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it basically just means that you can run through it. If you place something, then it would then fall down because it no longer exists. I know, this is weird. You can still remove it even if it's inactive, and now I have an inactive block in my inventory. When you make these, I'm pretty sure you can only make active blocks. And the way you make them, you just need one stone and one wire, and that's how you make these active blocks. So then you can place them and you can do this cool stuff. But what I wanted to show you guys, if you made a new world and you've been running around, well, it's gone. You fucking rabbit. Okay, just a second. Okay, I think we can do this now. Okay, so if you made a new world and you've been running around, you have undoubtedly come across this trap. Most likely it killed you, and we're going to see if this little slime is going to come across it. What I've done is I've put a pressure plate right here, and these two blocks up here, these are both active blocks with a boulder placed above it. A boulder takes 6 stone, and you come along, you unsuspectingly step on the plate. Oh, you bastard. Step on it. Step on it. Do it. Do it. No. No. This way. Okay. We'll see if the green one will do it. You can see my wiring, just like you would expect. Actually, I got a little too many wires down there. Alright, let's see if this guy steps on it. Do it. Do it. Oh, he's gonna overshoot it again. Damn it. Do it. Quit being stupid. Okay, well, that's what happens. I was getting a little tired of waiting to make that happen. Alright. So then, you know, when I step back on it, it reactivates the blocks. I can then put a new boulder up here and I can reset the trap. So that's how it works. That's how inactive, active blocks work, which are probably the most complicated thing of this whole new wiring system. And that's really not very complicated. That's not saying a whole lot. So that should cover just about everything with new wiring and traps. Okay, so this is the magician. These are the different things that he sells. The first one I want to show you guys is the crystal ball. Now, I didn't buy this because, well, I'm incredibly broke from all the reforges I've done, and I'm not really a mana user, so it's not a big deal to me. It's 10 gold, but what you do is you place it and you then use it, and these are the bonuses. It's a buff. This is what it gives you. This thing lasts for 10 minutes. Plus 20 mana, maximum mana, plus 5% to magic damage, 2% magic critical hit chance, 2% reduced mana usage. So when you add that with all the bonuses we get from the new armor and the different items, that's big. I mean, you're really piling on at that point. If you're a mana user, that's a must. We're going to cover the ice rod here in a minute. The music boxes, I already went over. You equip them and then it records the songs and you can play them. You can see I got 2 of them sitting over there. This spell tome, you combine this, you use it in crafting. You actually need to go to a bookshelf. This might be the only thing you craft from a bookshelf, but there's two spells that you can make. Yeah, once again, I'm not a big mana user. Didn't spend a lot of time on it. The next we have, oh, and that was 5 gold, by the way. Next we have the harp and the bell. These things, they're using crafting. You need to kill the twins, which will be the next boss we fight, to get Soul of Sight, and then you combine it with these. The bell makes the little fairy follow you around and the harp makes, I think it's just called a magical harp. Yeah. And I thought I read, yeah, you can play it. Huh. Can you place it? That'd be cool if you could place it and like have a little music room. Okay, anyway. Yeah, that's what they do. Oh, and I actually, yeah, I read this. Whoa. The further your mouse away is, depending on like if it's on the far right or the far left of the screen, it changes the note. Cool. I imagine the bell does the same thing. Well, let's just find out. I won't keep you guys in suspense. Oh my god, does the bell do the same thing? I have to know. Okay, that was not as cool as I wanted it to be. But, but anyway, yeah, it does. Okay, the other thing that he sells is the ice rod. This, I completely wasted my money on this. This was a huge mistake. It costs a freaking platinum, which, you know, if you actually earn your money through killing stuff and finding stuff, man, it takes a long time to get that much money. And, you know, with reforges, as expensive as they can be, you know, 30 plus gold, 40 gold sometimes to reforge an item, well, I really could have used it in better places. But it does something kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. What it does, okay, I have my mouse pointed right here. I click it. Oh, look at that. It's a little block, but oh, something's going on. And yeah, it melts. It's an ice block. So yeah, you can kind of get around using this. You create temporary blocks. It's pretty cool. One other thing about it is, so I'm gonna shoot my block right there. Well, if I keep shooting, well now it's a weapon. And I have this little like shield in front of me. So what I can do, I can make a little like, well, I ran out of mana. But I can make a little like shield wall of ice in front of me, and then I can shoot through it. So that's kind of a cool little touch. But I'm not a mana user. It's not practical for me. It's kind of it's a fun, cool item to have at the end of the game. But at this stage in the game, I wasted my money. I should have put it towards reforging, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. Got that. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So many. Yeah, it's just gonna happen. And you can still do doors manually, even if they're hooked up to plates. Okay, well, I guess that's about it. I'm trying to think, and the clock's ticking. No, I guess that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I think this is like episode 28. Oh my god, I mean, if you have watched all 28 episodes, a very sincere thank you. Wow, I mean, that's saying something. Some of those episodes were not the highest of quality, I should say. So if you stuck through, if you watched all of them, I really appreciate it. My hat's off to you. And that's going to do it. So until next time, see you guys.